50, 45. There goes Davis.
Oh, my God.
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Just 4 days away until week 0. Oh, I can't fucking wait. How's it going, everyone? Welcome into a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 553. Today is August the 18th, 2025. Kid, looked like you had a rough weekend. What's going on?
Had a long weekend. I'm in the process of moving people, so most likely might be the last shot of this studio the way it was. So if you enjoy this, it might be the last time because I highly doubt all this is gonna be able to go and work over there. So,
Do you have your own room?
Oh, for the studio?
Yeah, for like your personal things.
Yeah. I'm gonna have my own room, first floor, not in the heat, contracted spot in the attic. So that's great. So I'm gonna have an office / podcast room / dog room.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's gonna work out though. I'm happy. Main thing, first floor, so I don't need to deal with this heat anymore.
Yeah, that's always a positive, and it's happy times. Moving's. I know it's a lot, but it's happy.
A lot. I ain't gonna hold you, people. It's a lot. So
It's a lot, but
first time moved in I think 10 years, 12 years, something like that.
I've moved a bunch of times, honestly. College, in and out of college, coming home, going to another. I'm gonna do it again soon, so I don't have to. I feel your pain, just to let you know, but it is a bitch, and honestly, it's always better helping someone move as opposed to you moving yourself.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
The night is always longer when you're moving yourself.
Yeah.
And guess what I'm gonna be doing right after this, guys?
Painting or moving.
No, I'm done painting. Thank God. I still got one ceiling to do, but it's already done or almost done. Flooring, finish the bathroom, and then all the furniture. That's it.
All right, so we're almost like 30-40% done.
Not more than about 50%.
50%. All right.
Yeah, because the bathroom flooring is already done. So we just got the kitchen, one bedroom, and then the little hallway. That's it.
Exciting times ahead, E. I can't wait. Can't wait to see the end result of it. But we got a great episode for you guys. We'll talk a little preseason, see what happened. We had some trades over the weekend. Got a great interview with Justin Mark. He came on last year, talk about the Bears. He came back, talked a little Vikings. Don't know if that part will make that episode, but no, he was great. Get him back on, talk some Vikings and Bears, and then we got some MLB plays towards the end of the show for Tuesday. But kid, we'll start in the NBA actually. Nets and the Heat, they had a trade Hayward Haysmith and a 2032 second round pick to Brooklyn for a projected 2026 second round pick. I feel like, Brooklyn, they've been active in trade conversations. They got significant cap room. They take Highsmith from the Heat with an unprotected second rounder. Nets have also acquired 2 first rounders this offseason to add to the most first and second round picks in the league. It's not this year, but down the road, you guys are looking all right.
Good. Yeah, I'll tell you, 2027 and on. The odds tells you we're gonna hit on a superstar. Though the amount of picks we have, I'm not saying we're gonna end up with let's just say the OKC Foundation, where they were just able to draft trade for a superstar and then draft a couple, all-star players. I don't think we'll be able to do that, but could we hit a couple home runs still within these next couple of seasons? I believe so. And with Neesmith, we saw him. He's definitely a great scoring option. Is he a needle mover? Is he a win now move? No, I don't think the Nets are going to be that great, but I think it's a great move. And we have a ton. When I tell you a ton, second round picks. So the fact that we get a rotation player now for just a second round pick, to me is a win-win. So shout out the Heat for dealing him. And shout out to Nets for actually making a move for a good rotational player.
Yeah, I think the future is bright for the Nets. And again, all those first rounders, like you said, maybe not doing something
Loading up.
OKC's. Yeah,
Loading up.
loading up and going over the win total. I think that is the play this upcoming season as well. You guys are very you guys have a good coach. Not a lot of talent, but you could acquire that. That's the thing. That's why you're getting all these first rounders. You might hit one. Look how many you had this season. Not all of them are going to be good, but you're going to hit one. One of them is going to be good.
If one is an all-star, this draft was a success.
Yeah.
All the noise about, so player or why you draft this guy over this guy was rated here. If just one of them is an all-star caliber player, it doesn't need to be this season.
But does anyone want to come to Brooklyn? That's my question as a Nets fan.
As a Nets fan, not sure about that. But people, especially players, Brooklyn, if you ever been, I know we're kind of used to it, but going to Brooklyn for the first time ever in your life, you want to stay there for a little while. Maybe not forever, but if you go to Brooklyn, you want to stay there for a little while, Dill. So I think a lot. Maybe not a long period of time, but I guarantee there's a lot of players out there that wouldn't mind playing for the Brooklyn Nets for a couple seasons.
Maybe a 2-3 year deal, something like that.
Exactly. Till you get tired of it. But at the end of the day, you can't deny that Brooklyn ain't, let's just say, an exciting area to live.
I'll say you will get tired of it, though.
Yeah.
As someone who works
It'll take a couple years, but you'll get tired of it.
Yes. Speaking of moving out, I just moved my girlfriend out of Brooklyn. So, yeah, I
guarantee best decision she made in years.
Best decision she made. Yeah, but that's it. But I'm glad. I like the Nets being active, actually. I think that's good. And they're acquiring all these first rounders, and they have a ton of money. It's just my question to you is does someone want to go there? Maybe not for a long time, but maybe for a 2-3 year gap, maybe.
At the end of the day, the Nets franchise, I understand we not, won a ton of championships and anything like that, but we had stars. We had, a mini big three with Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, Richard Jefferson. We had teams go back to the NBA Finals. We had
that was the New Jersey Nets.
I know, but they're still in our history. We had a couple playoff runs. Even though they're a little old, we had the big three and Kevin Garnett, Darren Williams, and Paul Pierce. They were a little old, but they were there. And then
past their. Hey, you guys got Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Kevin Garnett, and then
but Durant did come.
And then look, we ended up having it in not a long distance of time, though. In recent years, we had Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, James Harden. So it's not like stars have never been.
That's
Brooklyn.
A fact.
So I could see it happening. Yeah. Can I see it happening this year?
No.
Do I see it happening next year? Possibly not. But sometime in the near future, you damn right. Damn right.
Kid, we also had some really good football over the weekend. I know you've been busy, but
I haven't watched, but I've seen some highlights. Still.
Dylan Gabriel, 13 for 18, 143 yards. He did have to pick 6, and he did have a fumble. 2 turnovers.
It happens.
He wasn't the best, but they did get the win.
Bad. Yeah, he wasn't bad. He shut out the Browns for getting there. Sorry for cutting you off, by the way. But overall, I think Dylan Gabriel, in his first outing, let's not forget, people did not play week 1. He was hurt, dealing with a hamstring injury, if I believe. So coming off, you got to put everything in perspective, right? First time seeing live action, right? Coming off a hamstring, so really hasn't really been practicing as much as all these other players has been on the field, and he looked okay. Yeah, he made a couple mistakes. Everybody's gonna make a couple mistakes. It's not perfect. He's a rookie, and he went 13 for 18. To me, that's impressive. At the end of the day, first time outing is impressive. Yes, he had a pick 6. Yes, he had a fumble, but that happens. You could fix that. One thing you could build off, though, is 13 for 18 in your first ever outing at NFL action. So to me, if you put everything in perspective, he had a pretty good damn good debut.
We also got our first win of the NFL season, Joe Flacco being named the starter week 1. We cashed it, kid. We knew the 40-year-old was the best option, right?
Come on now. That was the lock of the year. I told people early on, There's no doubt. Don't get me wrong. Is Joe Flacco the most talented quarterback on the board? I don't think so. But is he the most experienced? Has he been there and done that? Did he just lead this team to the playoffs a season and a half ago? So it's, in my opinion, there was no way he would not be the week one starter. Do I expect him to finish the season? No. Do I expect him to be the starter come week 10? Possibly not. But can he be the starter come week 14 again? Absolutely. So I know Joe Flacco. We know what he's capable of doing, but we all know he's not the future of the Cleveland Browns. I think he's a bridge quarterback. He starts the season. Hey, if the defense is flying high, let him ride it out. Joe Flacco could sling it. But if the season's ending quick, they'll throw out the young bulls in there. See what you got.
Yeah, honestly, I might be a believer in it. Thank God we had Ryan Kramer on, because Jackson Dart looked good and 14 for 16, 137 yards.
Dime.
I mean,
Dime,
he's
by
had
the way.
0 interceptions in 2 games so far. He rushed for a touchdown against the Jets. He threw for 1. He's been balling. Granted, it's been against backups, but regardless, he looks good. Even Russ had a nice big deep ball, but that's about it. He did have an interception.
So be honest. Look impressive over your Jets. Are you a little more confident over 5.5 wins for the New York Giants now?
I'm a little hesitant still. It's preseason. I'm not gonna take a lot out of it. What I will take a lot out of is you saw Abdul Carter. He's coming off. How do I say this? Twisting my words. He's coming after the wrong fan base, because Jets let him have it after he got chip blocked, and he said this is the highlight of the Jets season. They're not going to do anything, yada yada. He's trying to have a field day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Jets fans underneath said we're bookmarking this. If you suck and the Giants suck, we are going to let you have it. Now, Abdul Carter, you better have a year. I'm telling you right now, I have a platform. If you suck and the Giants suck, I am coming after you every fucking week. He's coming after the wrong fan base. He did get bullied, and he said he ate that shit. He didn't eat that shit. He fell and then got back up and got pancaked again.
Yeah.
So
there's no denying you got pancake. Hey, at the end of the day, it's a humbling experience. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's
gonna happen. You know what you could do? Come back better.
Exactly.
So don't do. You're young, So Dylan knows. I don't even use X, Twitter. I don't even use it. I have to personally start using it more often. I'm sorry that I don't.
You're more of an Instagram guy.
Yeah, there's no reason why you should be going after these fans after a preseason game.
It's funny.
Yeah. If this was week 7 NFL season at MetLife, I understand why you riled up. Week 2 of the preseason, come on, you're better than that. Come on.
You know why? Because he's young, like you said, and he's on his phone, and we let him have it.
Yeah, I finally did. My biggest takeaway of this, I think a couple weeks ago when we did the Giants, I think Russ was minus 1450 to be the starter. I haven't checked the odds though, but I think Jackson Dart might be live for week 1 starter.
Wow.
I'm gonna be honest, still, has he been impressive?
Against your guy Russ? That's your guy.
No, I'm not denying. I'm on record saying Russ will be the week 1 starter. All I'm saying is Jackson Dart is live. I think he has a shot. Remember, that's Dable's boy. That's his man's.
Yeah.
So I think he might ride with his guy. Don't get me wrong. Maybe the front office might overrule him. Like, no, Russ is our guy. We got him for a 1-year deal. He's our bridge quarterback. Let him be our bridge quarterback. Maybe that might be the case. But there's nothing that Jackson Dart hasn't done in my opinion, that he shouldn't be the starter.
I think it's safe to say Jackson Dart has been the most impressive rookie this preseason.
And I think it's not even close. I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
think
it's
that's fair.
close. Yeah, I think Cam Ward has been okay, but Jackson Dart, man, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I just didn't think he was this good. Maybe I'm just blown away. Not maybe not blown, just more impressed by it because I didn't think he was this good.
I also think I know they stink, but the Saints quarterback they drafted out of Louisville, Tyler Saw it. He's fighting for a starting job against Spencer Rattler. He's been okay too.
Mm-hmm. Nah, but
So
Jackson Dart's been
no, not like
impressive.
Jackson Dart. I understand. Yeah, I would agree. I think Jackson Dart has been the most impressive. So yeah, that was interesting. We also had another trade in the NFL now. Texans and the Eagles. Texans are sending your boy Jonathan Mechie to the Eagles. He's reunited with Devontae Smith, Alabama boys. Texans are receiving Harrison Bryant, tight end, and a 5th rounder. Eagles are receiving John Mechie and a 6th round pick. Their wide receiver room, Philadelphia, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahad Dotson, John Mechie III, and Johnny Wilson. Kid, it got much better. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I remember at the start of last season they was able to get Dotson, and to be honest, he wasn't as impactful as we thought, but he was definitely an upgrade of what they had at the third wide receiver position. Now, I think Wilson might be the number 3 starter, the slot starter, because they've been speaking highly of him. But I think they did it once again. I think they upgraded once again at the third wide receiver position with John Mechie the third. I've been saying it for a long time. Dylan could advocate for me. I don't know why he wasn't getting enough burn in Houston. He didn't get enough reps, wasn't getting on the field enough, and I didn't understand why. So I hope Philadelphia gives him at least couple possessions a game. Hopefully, I see him starting come week 4, week 5, week 6 in the system. Just because I think he's a hell of a player, bunch of talent. We saw what he was able to do on Alabama. We just yet to see it in the NFL because, in my opinion, he's yet to get the opportunity, at least consistently. So, shout out the Eagles once again being aggressive right before the season, and I'm gonna be honest, I think they got better.
Yeah, Howie Roseman, he just delivers once again. It was a great move, I thought. Upgraded the wide receiver room. Yeah, I know they're high on Wilson, what they've been saying, but I do think John Mechie is better than him. Yeah, it might take some time for him to develop and maybe get some chemistry and learn the playbook a little bit, but he's definitely going to get more playing time than he did in Houston. Houston has arguably a top 5, top 10-ish wide receiver room, so it was hard to get.
They're deep.
Yeah, and it was hard to get any room there. So the talent is there. I just hope he's able to stay healthy because it gives Jalen Hurts another look, which they desperately needed, I thought. So yeah, good move by the Eagles. And then lastly, today, Colts. I'm surprised. I forgot he was still a free agent, but all-pro cornerback Xavier Howard, formerly from the Dolphins, he signed a 1-year deal with the Colts. That's what they needed, the Colts, honestly. We've seen their secondary not be good. Their front 7 could get after it with DeForest Buckner, but their secondary was questionable. But you bring in a vet like Xavier Howard, who's done it at the highest level. I like the signing, honestly.
Yeah, I was surprised he was a free agent for this long. Let's not forget that Miami let him go a couple months ago. So I think Xavier Howard could have helped out a couple franchises in the NFL. So I think it was a great move by Indianapolis. And let's not forget that this is a couple of seasons ago when I think maybe a little sooner than this. But remember, they got Stephon Gilmore, who had a tremendous season for them when he came in late. So maybe Xavier Howard could replicate that and have a tremendous season as well.
Yeah, I would agree. So hopefully that does help them out. Anything else? By the way, I know you're not a golf
real
guy.
Quick, Stephon Gilmore is still a free agent.
He's past his prime.
I'm not. Xavier Howard is too. But I still think he could help a team. I'm not saying Stephon Gilmore should be your number 1 corner guy, but I still think he could put like this on a third down. You need him to get a stop. I think Stephon Gilmore could get you that stop. So I think he's still great option, especially he could be like a player's coach too. Yes, past his prime, no doubt. But if you need to stop, nip and tuck in the red zone, there's no doubt in my mind Stephon Gilmore can still do it. Yeah, can he get burned down the field on the line? Yes, absolutely. But in the red zone, I still think Stephon Gilmore can do some great things in the red zone.
Did you see that putt Scotty Scheffler did?
No, Del. When I tell you, I didn't even watch a football game. And I
Yeah.
wanted to watch a couple games like the Raiders. Genty looked good. I think
He
that game.
blew up some guy. Did you
Yeah,
see that?
yeah, against the 49ers. I think it was Friday or Saturday. I wanted to
Yeah.
watch that game. Couldn't watch anything. Kind of upset about that because I know week 3 nobody's gonna play.
Yeah. What about, will you be all tucked in on Saturday?
I will be out the country Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so that's why there's a lot going on.
When do you leave again?
I leave Saturday, so I'm literally moving as we speak. Like as soon as we're done with this, I'm gonna be moving, right? And then I leave for vacation this Saturday.
The
So
23rd?
yeah, I leave the 23rd, and I come back the 1st.
Wow.
Yeah, doing big.
Oh, because I was going to say, you got to watch week 0. You got to watch some college football.
I'm gonna be honest though, no.
Not even in DR? They got it there. You're going to be in a resort.
No, maybe not week 0. Week 1, yes. Week 0, immigration takes time. The ride from the airport is like an hour, depending on traffic. And still, you know Spanish people. I need to meet and see about 8 to 12 people before I can even put my suitcase down. If not, I'm the devil. So
That's crazy.
Saturday's gonna be a long day, but Sunday and Monday, you already know.
I think week 1 is this week.
No, week 0's this week.
Yeah, but week is starting Saturday. Saturday's week 1, bro. I'm looking at the schedule right now. Yeah, everyone plays week 1. Yes.
Yeah, Saturday is week 1. Wait, so week 0 is when?
Oh no. Next Saturday is the 30th is week 1. So only a few you still got like 10-15 games this weekend.
Yeah, you got a couple games. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, because Texas and Ohio State play
next Saturday.
Yeah.
Which you'll still be away. But you gotta watch.
No, I'm gonna watch that. That's on Fox. Yeah. Now, all these other channels, like
DR might have that though.
ESPN2, ESPN this. I don't know about those. Fox, ABC, yeah. ESPN1, yeah. All these other ones, no
That's
CBS.
Crazy. I'm going to Florida on Friday.
You are?
Yeah, nice. Just for 4 days.
The Dream Witchers on the road next week.
Yeah, actually. Well, no, not Thursday, but the next a week from today. Yeah. We'll both be in different locations. That's crazy. I forgot. Yeah. Well, you know why I'm asking? Because I didn't write it down, and I'm sitting here like, damn, that shit snuck up. I'm looking at my planner like,
and
damn.
I told you.
I know you did. No, I remember.
Not for that. Dylan loves the fact anytime I do anything, I always tell him like 2 months in advance.
No, but it's me. I didn't write it down.
Always forgets.
It snuck up on me. Well, I was gonna ask you anything else over the weekend, but you didn't do it. You didn't watch anything, so
I ain't watched nothing. And like I said, I hope Stephon Gilmore gets picked up because I still think he could be viable in the red zone.
But all right, kid. Before we get to our futures, and before we get to our interview with Justin Mark, a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or an elderberry watching the NFL preseason, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. And now here's our interview with Justin Mark. All right, great interview with Justin. Honestly, kid, kind of hurt the way he was talking about my Vikings. If I'm being honest,
They're
here,
not your Vikings, but you're high on them. You're high. Wait, real quick.
I'll say this
real quick. I'm gotta ask: is it your Vikings like it was your Falcons last year?
Correct.
And your Cleveland Browns the year before
Yeah,
that?
the year before, before the whole debacle. So this year it's my
Dill, I think you should start
Vikings.
fading your mice.
No.
This is all right. After this year,
If I don't stand on my principle, then I have nothing.
No, I'm just saying overall, the history hasn't shown success.
If you ain't first, you're last. You know who said that? Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
Legend. I gotta go with it. Just like how it's your Broncos. This year it's your Broncos. You're high on them.
I want to say it's my
Broncos, that's
but,
your team. That's your team.
But that's my dark horse. That's my dark horse. So yes.
I can't even say it's like a dark horse because everyone thinks they're gonna be good. A dark horse would be like the Falcons.
Yeah, but I'm on record saying they might go to the Super Bowl. You're not saying the Minnesota Vikings might go to the Super Bowl, are you?
We will find out.
That's crazy. At least you could admit Denver's good.
Yeah, 100% they're good.
I don't know if Minnesota got potential to be good. Let's say that.
Did they win 14 games last season?
Absolutely.
That's it. That's the question.
No.
That's the question.
Is the quarterback that won 14 games there? Yes or no?
No, but he's a national champion. Sammy D ain't no national champion now. In fact, he would be. I can't wait till JJ lights it up.
You want to start at Minnesota then?
No, we're going to start with Chicago.
All right.
Because I got a lot to say about Minnesota. So we will start with Chicago. Like we talked with Justin, new regime. He is obviously high on him. And I'm happy. Honestly, one of the years it was my Bears. I was high on the Bears. And I think I was a year or two late. Or early.
Yeah.
I was a year or two early.
Yeah.
But, obviously they brought in Caleb Williams. He got sacked a lot. Justin was talking about that, but they revamped the line. They got a new center. They got a new right guard. They got a new left tackle. One of the best left tackles in Joe Dunley as well. Got weapons with DJ Moore. I like the kid Colston Loveland. You got Roma Dunze. All of us agreed on we worry about the running backs with DeAndre Swift. We'll talk about him in a little bit, but they have a hard schedule, kid. Win total is at 8.5. They're favored in 7 games this season, but to Super Bowl 40-1 to come out of the NFC. They are 20-1. They have the worst odds to come out of the North. No surprise at plus 550. Playoffs plus 180. I think Justin was actually looking at that to not make the playoffs minus 225. You can even get the 7.5, and that's at minus 135. I think that has some play as well, but we'll start there, kid. What are we feeling here for the Chicago Bears?
Let's start right there. They'll give me the over 7.5. I counted 7. I counted 8. I counted 7. I counted 8. I'm going to give them the win. My first over in the AFC North, by the way, Dill. Give me the over 7.5 at minus 135. If I was betting the 8.5, I would say the ceiling is 8 wins. Can they make it to 9? I'll be shocked. But I think they have the potential to. If I'm betting it, they'll give me the over 7.5 wins. If I could bet to win exactly 8 games at plus money, I would. I think the Chicago Bears will be locked in at 8 wins. I think with Ben Johnson, I think Caleb Williams is going to take a step forward, though. He has to. I think Ben Johnson is going to make his life much easier. I think the weapons around him, another year with Roman Tuesday, another year with Cole Kmet, another year with DJ Moore. I think that's going to help a lot. So you're going to have one of the best offensive play callers in the game that's going to make your life simpler. And you have another year with those weapons. I think offensively, Chicago will be better. And they're already a solid defensive team, Dill. Give me over 7.5 wins on minus 135.
Yeah, I don't mind the over 7.5. 8.5, maybe.
If it was plus 200,
yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, I think they got better. I think they improved their offensive line. I don't think Caleb Williams is definitely going to get sacked as much as he did last year. I would like him to stay in the pocket a little more. He does escape before the pocket collapse, which I do. He runs into blitzes or sacks sometimes. I think that's the worry for me. I don't mind their defense. I do worry about the front seven. We talked about it with Justin, but with Ryan Poles and hiring Ben Johnson, upgrading the interior offensive line, drafting 2 more pass catchers with their first 2 picks, I think Colston Loveland is the real deal. I really do. I know a lot of people didn't understand the pick, but despite not the best completion percentage last year for Caleb Williams, he did achieve one of the league's best touchdown to interception ratio. He had 20 touchdowns with just 7 interceptions across 17 starts as a rookie. That is impressive, despite getting sacked as much as he did as well. So I don't know. I just think they've gotten better, kid. And I think the defense got a little better. I think last year they surrendered a lot of big plays. I think they're gonna clean a lot of that up. So I think they're gonna. I counted 8 a few times. I counted 7 a few times. I never counted 9 though.
Yeah.
That was my problem, especially late in the season. And the games they should win: Raiders, Saints, Giants, Browns, Cowboys, even the Pittsburgh, I think, like at home. Like those are 6 games you should win though. You should win.
I don't know. I wouldn't even put Pittsburgh as a should win.
I do, because I think they're better than them. That's the thing.
I think they are better than them, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be shocked if they lose to Pittsburgh. That's all. Like I think Pittsburgh could do enough. Is good enough to win that game.
And I just think they have to.
And let's not forget, Aaron Rodgers do own the Bears. Yeah, you got to respect history. You got to respect history.
I just think they have to split amongst the division. If they could do that, I see them getting
at least with 2 out of the 4 teams.
Detroit and Green Bay.
Yeah, or Minnesota.
Nah.
Yeah,
but
come on, Dale.
I don't even.
Minnesota's gonna sweep them. Come on.
You don't know. You don't want to know what I got from my Minnesota Vikings.
Oh,
I also don't like them to make the playoffs either at -225.
Yeah. I think. Don't get me wrong. I do think with Justice said, I think 2 teams most likely will come out the AFC North, possibly 3, but I doubt 3, and I don't think Chicago and maybe somebody else will make the playoffs.
Yeah, I would agree. Let's go to Caleb Williams, though. His passing yards, I think, is extremely low. Justin said it was one of his favorite bets. Over 3,625 and a half at -114. I mean, his offensive line got better. He has more weapons. I just don't see how he doesn't do it. I think his completion percentage is going to go up. I think we're going to see a bounce back year from Caleb Williams.
Yeah, Dale, give me the over 3,625 and a half. Like I said, just real quick on the interview, Jared Goff had 3 straight passing seasons of 4,000 plus. With all the intangibles, Caleb Williams is more talented than Jared Goff. Let's just be honest, right? I think with Ben Johnson there, I think we're going to see 4,000 plus passing season from Caleb Williams. Would I be a little surprised if he doesn't get to 4,000? No. But if I was betting on it, I would bet the latter and say he's over 4,000 passing yards still. So I think 36.25 and a half is just a little too low for Caleb Williams this season. After already passing for 35 last season with
that's what I'm saying,
the worst offensive line in football.
What about passing touchdowns? Now, he did have 20 last year. He only needs 3 more. It's at -136. I don't mind it. I think he throws for at least 24, 25 touchdowns.
Yeah, I expect 25 plus still, maybe 26, 27, depending how things are looking. I think 22 and a half, the number ain't too low. I think the number is more respectable than the passing yards total. But at -132, you already know the juice is favored for a reason. So I think Caleb, like I said, I think he goes around 4,000 plus passing yards, 25 plus touchdowns.
Let's talk about DeAndre Swift. Now, I'm not the biggest DeAndre Swift fan. I like the news that, not news, but I like the theory that Justin brought and saying, hey, maybe Brian Robinson Jr. I never even thought of that just because, it literally just came about a few hours prior to the interview. But I'm fading him this year. His rushing yards is at 800 and a half, -114. His touchdowns is at 5.5. I'm not going to take the under just because it's at -172, but I am fading DeAndre Swift this season. I was high on him last year, and he disappointed me, and I lost money on him. I am fading him. I am going to take his under. And in Ben Johnson's offense, it's good with good running backs. no disrespect, but he's just not a good running back. So they're going to be pass heavy. Do not expect a lot of runs. And they like the kid out of Rutgers too, that Justin was saying. So I'm not high on DeAndre Swift. There's a possibility he might not even be there at the end of the year. So I'm going to fade him. Give me the under.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stay away. I will if I had a bet, I'll bet the under with you. I think small chance he's not the starter throughout the season. I think DeAndre Swift is a solid number two back. To be the number one back, I'm not sure if he's quite that anymore. Don't get me wrong, he did have a great season, a pretty good season under Ben Johnson in Detroit a couple years ago. I just don't think he's going to be able to replicate that. So I think for me, I'm going to just stay away personally. But if anything, I do lean with Dylan, the under his rush total.
Let's go to my boy DJ Moore. His receiving yards is at 975 and a half, minus 114 both ways. His receiving touchdowns is at 6.5 at plus 104 toward the over, minus 138 towards the under. Now, I did go under this last season. He just barely went under at 966. He did have 6 touchdowns as well. So he would have just gone over the, oh no, he would have went under actually. I'm kind of indifferent about DJ Moore. I kind of left it alone, if I'm being honest. I have no play.
Dale, give me the over 975 and a half, though. I think DJ Moore will once again be 1,000-yard receiver. I think, last year having Keenan Allen, Rome Duze, DJ Moore, I think it was an unsuccessful experiment. Now you got DJ, you got Rome Duze, you got a couple of tight ends. We know how Ben Johnson's going to work the offense. I'm not saying he's going to have like an Amon St. Brown type of numbers, but I do expect a jump from DJ Moore. So give me DJ Moore over. I think he's good for at least 1,100, 1,150, maybe even 12. I think we see a great bounce back season from DJ Moore. And then Roma Duzier, Dill, I'm going to just jump over right to him and then let you finish off with Chicago. I'm going to go his over 850 and a half of receiving as well, just because, like I said, I think Caleb Williams is going to have 4,000 plus. You're going to need multiple wide receivers to have great seasons if you're going to have 4,000 plus passing yards. I think Roland Duze is a stud. I think he could develop to be something special, and I think he might take a second-year jump deal. So give me over 850 and a half receiving yards from Roma Duze as well.
You like his 5.5 touchdowns?
I would like DJ Moore's touchdowns a little more because I think Roma Duze is more of a smaller target, and we see DJ Moore able to high point the ball just a little more. So I think DJ Moore will get more opportunities, and then the tight ends in the red zone over Roma Duzier. So I'm stay away from Roma Duzier's touchdown total. I will lean over DJ Moore's total.
Yeah, going to Colston Loveland, no touchdown prop for him, but we mentioned it on the interview, the ladder. I think that's a really good look from Justin. It's at 550 and a half, minus 114. I think we could get 700-800 yards from Colston Loveland here. It's a tight end is a quarterback's best friend. And when DJ Moore is either not playing or double coverage and Roma Dunze's not in, he is going to be the number one. I think he's going to get a lot of looks this season. They drafted him in the first round for a reason. Ben Johnson loves using his tight end. So 550 and a half seems extremely low. I know he's a rookie, but with this offense, I think he could have a big year.
Yeah, I like his over as well. Don't get me wrong. I still think Cole Kmet is solid, but it's clearly where drafted him, 10th overall. There's no reason why he shouldn't be the number one tight end starting week 1. So I'm with you. I think over 550 is a great number just because we saw the success Sam Laporta's had back-to-back seasons, especially his rookie year. So might see Loveland become big real fast in Chicago. You know how Chicago love their tight ends still.
Anything else here for?
Oh, yeah. One final play. Give me Caleb Williams over rushing 400 and a half. Is at 400 and a half flat. I stayed away from DeAndre Swift. Caleb had 489 yards rushing last season. Once again, possibly the worst offensive line in football. Now with a better offensive line, you heard Dylan alluding it to earlier. He runs out the pocket too soon at times. Sometimes it's for the greater good. Sometimes he run into a sack. But he's still going to get those yards opportunity. Let's not forget, Caleb Williams is pretty quick. He's not Justin Fields now, but he can move with his legs. So I think he could go over 400 and a half once again. So give me over 400 and a half rushing yards on minus 114.
All right. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the Minnesota Vikings. Ooh, I love it. Kevin O'Connell in his 4th year with Wes Phillips as their OC. Kind of the quarterback coach. You know, Kevin O'Connell does call the plays. You mentioned it on the interview. Brian Flores entering his 3rd year as DC. Coming off a huge year, 14-3 for the Minnesota Vikings. Tough schedule. They're only favored in 7 games. They're underdog in 10 games. But here steps in their savior, J.J. McCarthy. They drafted a rookie guard at Ohio State, Donovan Jackson. He's going to protect his blind side, his left. He's the left guard. He's going to plug him right in. They got a new right guard in Will Fries. Signed him for 17.5. They're going to protect him. They got a new center as well, and Ryan Kelly, $9 million a year. They got Jordan Addison. Yeah, he'll miss 3 games. Doesn't matter. You got Jalen Naylor in the slot. You got Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson. Aaron Jones is okay. I do worry about the running back room, but offensive line, top 5. Running back room, I'll give you top 20. I don't think they're top 15. I think it's a top 3 receiving core. I think the front 7 is probably the best front 7 in the league, maybe top 3. I mean, just look at it. Van Ginkel, Hargrave, Allen, Greenland, Cashman. And then look at the secondary as well. Secondary is a top 10, not top 5, but top 10. You got Murphy, you got Smith as well. They re-signed him. You bring in a new corner in Isaiah Rodgers as well. You also bring in another Ohio State guy in Jeff Aduku, former 1st-round pick. I know he's kind of tailed off a little bit, but that secondary is lethal, kids. So I'll start it off. To win the Super Bowl 22-1, to come out of the NFC 11-1, the NFC North 3rd at plus 290. Their win total is at 8.5 at minus 140 towards the over. Love the over to make the playoffs. Yes, at plus 102. I'm going to take that as well. I'm trying to get. I took JJ. Oh, never mind. We're gonna get into the props in a second, but. Yeah, I'll start with this. I'm going to take them to win the division at plus 290. I think they're live to come out of the NFC as well at 11-1.
To win the NFC?
Yeah, at 11-1. I would like a better number. 11-1 to come out of the NFC is not what I want for a rookie quarterback. If it was like 20, 25-1, cool. I like that. But I maybe could get a better number in price, but I do think they're live. If they win the division,
I think you'll get a better number after week 1.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna win week 1, so
I don't know about that, but we'll see.
But you know, I like it. They failed to address. I know I was worried in the draft. They failed to address the defensive back position in the draft, but then they went to free agency. They re-signed Harrison Smith. I just said he forced a lot of turnovers. He led the team in turnovers last season, and then they signed Isaiah Rodgers and Jeff Aduku from Houston. So I love it. You pair it up with Brian Flores' defense, who he's constructed one of the best and most effective defenses last season. He led the league in takeaways 33, as well as blitz percentages, and generating the most 4th down sacks, 49. They only allowed conversions on 3rd down 35% of the time. That was 4th in the league. Just 37% of the time on 4th down. That's 1st in the league. They only allowed on average 7.3 points per drive. That's 4th in the league. This is a top 5 offense. They upgraded defense. Excuse me. Yes. They upgraded, especially in that secondary. They're going to get after it in that front 7. And, you know, offensively, let's talk about it. They were able to maintain one of the best and most consistent receiving attacks. They got, excuse me, they got Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. They accounted for 45% of the targets and 166 catches in total. 2,408 yards, 19 touchdowns, and they just together. Guess how many balls they dropped?
I'm gonna
together
combined 15.
9. Yes, I worry about the run game, but in Kevin O'Connell, as you've seen for the past 3 years, they are going to throw the ball. I think a lot of people are saying JJ got hurt. He's a rookie stepping into the system. It's going to take time. I think people are underestimating sitting out for a year and learning under Sam Darnold. He got to sit and watch and learn for a year. So he is stepping in fully knowing the playbook. He doesn't need time to learn the playbook, learn the cadences. He knows too high coverage. He knows cover 2. He knows cover 3. His IQ is there. Now, I think arguments are, does he have the arm strength? He doesn't need to. Justin Jefferson is going to get open. Hit the fucking target. He's going to be open. So I love it. I'm not going to go as far as Super Bowl, but if they start off like they did last year, 9-10, I'm talking soupy. I might be. You see Jet things here. You might see Minnesota things behind me if they start the season they did. But yeah, we won't get to player props, but I like them to make the playoffs at plus money at plus 102. I'm going to take the win total over. I'm going to take them to win the North at plus 290 as well. And I like them to come out of the NFC up 11-1.
First of all, I love the enthusiasm. I'm not going to call you crazy because at the end of the day, it's your opinion. And we can't deny the potential is there. They have a top 5 defense. I think Brian Flores, one of the best DCs in the game. Kevin O'Connell, one of the best offensive play callers in the game. Great head coach. Great offensive line. Might have the best wide receiver in football. The running back room is okay. It's not horrible. The biggest question is J.J. McCarthy. After a 14-win season, and I know they'll regress is coming. But the biggest question mark, you let your quarterback go. Now, are you going to be able to replicate what you did last season with J.J. McCarthy? I think you would even agree that's out the window. But can you have success here? Could he have success there? I got to see it first, still. So I can't call you crazy because you might be right. You might be right, but I got to see it to believe it. With that being said, 8.5 wins, don't get me wrong. I feel like to go from 14 to 8 wins, I think that's a major drop off. I do expect some regression. But 5-6 games drop, I don't know about that. So I ended up just staying away from the win total deal. But if I had to bet on it, it's like Chicago. I will give Minnesota the game. I will give Minnesota to 9 wins. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. I will. The plus 120 under 8.5 do look tempting. But I can't deny everything you just read off is true. They have a top 5 defense. Brian Flores is going to dice a couple of these teams up. I think J.J. McCarthy, one thing I can say is he's a winner. I don't know if that's going to translate to the NFL, but I wouldn't be shocked if he has a couple game-winning drives. Wouldn't be shocked by it. So I'm going to stay away from the win total, but I do like the potential of Minnesota, just not this season. I'm not willing to bet on it this season. So stay away from the win total. Dale, I'm sorry to say this. Give me them to miss the playoffs at minus 122. Like I said, I do think there might be 2 teams coming out division, but the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings aren't it. So give me them to miss the playoffs at minus 122. I'm going to stay away from the win total, but if I really had to bet on it, probably go with the under 8.5.
All right. Let's go to passing. JJ McCarthy, 3,575.5. Now we talked about it with Justin, and I think you could agree. Like, if both of you are down on him, which that's your opinion, they're going to be down in a lot of games then, right? With that receiving core, they're going to be forced to throw the ball. And we saw Sam Darnold. He threw for what? He threw for 4,300 yards last year. Like, he is. I agree. The one thing I agree with you on, yes, I think regression is coming. But 5-6 game regression, that is a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And JJ McCarthy is smart enough to hit the open receiver, to take the check down, to not force the turnover. So I think 36, 37. Now, I don't think he'll get 4,000 his rookie year. That is a lot. But I could see him do what Caleb Williams did last year, 35, 36, and he should go over this number, especially with the talent around him. So I'm going to take him over. I'll take his over passing touchdowns as well. That's sitting at 24 minus 102 towards the over. And I also sprinkled JJ McCarthy to lead the league in most passing yards at 25-1. I just think with this offense and Kevin O'Connell, I might be in the loony bin, but I just think JJ McCarthy is going to blossom. I wouldn't think this highly if he was in a different situation. Hand up. Like if he was on the Jets or like anywhere else, no disrespect, but even the Patriots, they just don't have the talent around him. But with Kevin O'Connell, top 2 receiver, you got Jordan Addison's a great receiver, you got a great tight end. Like you have a lot of talent where you should flourish. That's why you saw such great numbers from Sam Darnold. Now, will we see those same numbers?
Doubt it.
We'll
there's
see.
A chance.
We'll see.
Yeah.
There's a chance, and I'm gonna take it 25-1 for the league. I'll take it.
That's crazy, Dill. But I'm gonna be honest, 25-1. It's a great number. Great number. You made a hard case to take the over. I'll tell you that, Dill. I'm gonna take the over for one reason only. Well, multiple reasons. We saw Joshua Dobbs at time 300 plus passing yards. Look great. Minnesota win a game. We've seen the Nick Mullins at times look great. 300 plus passing yards. So I wouldn't be shocked if JJ McCarthy has moments, has games where he has 200, 250, 300 passing yards. He's somewhere like 22 for 34. And he has a good game. Because we see Kevin McConnell do that time and time again with multiple quarterbacks throughout his tenure there. So I'm gonna be honest, Dill. I'm gonna go over 35-75 just because we've seen Kevin McConnell get the best of all his quarterbacks thus far. That's one thing I can say about Kevin McConnell. He's got the very best of all of those quarterbacks that you have to dealt with throughout the season. Even Joshua Dobbs, Nick Mullins, those guys look great at times, right? But I'm gonna go under 24.5 passing touchdowns. Not because of Kevin McConnell or the talent around JJ McCarthy. I just feel like 24.5 passing touchdowns overall is a high number, let alone for a rookie. So I'm gonna go under though 24.5. Don't get me wrong, maybe he gets it, but that's a high number for a rookie. Think about it. Jared Goff over under passing is 28.5. Jared Goff been in the league for damn near a decade. Jordan Love, I know you're not as high as Jordan Love fan, but Jordan Love over under passing touchdown is 25.5. I don't think JJ McCarthy's there with those guys yet. Don't get me wrong, the talent might be there, but I don't think he'll have 25 passing touchdowns to start his NFL career. Jalen Hurts passing touchdowns is at 19.5, people. Come on.
Yeah, no, I hear you. By the way, we do have breaking news. Matthew Judon has signed a 1-year veteran minimum to with the Miami Dolphins.
Shit.
So
damn.
He's back in our division.
Damn.
But they're trash. He didn't do anything in Atlanta last year.
Yeah, but that was defense. What he did the year prior in New England, he had 10 plus sacks.
Do you trust Miami? He was with Bill Belichick.
Trust? No. But do I think they're pretty good defensively? Yes. Do I think he's a sprinkle on top to already solid defense? Yes. I think put it this, I think Miami's defense is better than Atlanta's defense last year.
That's fair. But their offense.
The offense is to his health.
Exactly. They're week to week. Their status is week to week. What about Aaron Jones?
No concussions this year.
With
Aaron Jones.
Real quick, his rushing yards is at 725.5.
I got 750.5. So I don't know. We got different numbers.
Shop around.
I got 750.5. Dill, I know Justin wasn't too high on him because he's dealing with lingering knee issue right now. But Aaron Jones had himself a tremendous season last year. I think he had 1150.5 or 1100 plus rushing yards last season. And to get a drop off of 400 yards, it's like the win total, Dill. I understand we could agree. 14 wins is out the realm, right? But to get a significant drop off like that, to me, that's tough. For Aaron Jones, he had 1,100 plus rushing yards last season. I understand why there's some concerns there, but to get a 400 yards drop off, I just don't see that.
That's a lot.
Give me over 750.5. I think Aaron Jones could be 900, maybe even 1,000 back once again. And not for nothing, people. I think Aaron Jones is maybe not the best anymore, but he's a great dual threat. He could catch it as good as he could run it. We saw how many deep bombs he got throughout the years down the field as a running back. So if his receiver prop was out there, I would have smashed his over receiving prop though, because he's always an option, especially down the field in a deep threat.
Let's go to Justin Jefferson now. His receiving prop is at 1,250.5 minus 114 both ways. Touchdowns is at 8.5. Juice to the over minus 158 plus 118 towards the under. He did have 10 last year. He's one of the best receivers. Unless he's missing time or he gets hurt, there's no way he should not do it. I know in 2023 he missed some time, but he still went over 1,000 yards. I mean, he plays 1-2 more games, he's getting over this. Just look what he could do back in 22 when he was the best receiver. He almost put up 2,000 yards. So this is very disrespectful. J.J. McCarthy knows he's the best receiver in the league. He's going to get him the ball. So 1,200 is extremely disrespectful. It's one of my favorite props, honestly. That and J.J. to lead the league in passing yards. Two favorite plays. I'm not even trolling. I'm dead ass.
I know you're dead ass. It kind of worries me a little bit, Dill. But I tell you what, 1,250.5 is a little low. I understand, JJ McCarthy. Like I said, there's questions around it, Dill. You got to at least acknowledge we got to see it to believe it. You got to at least acknowledge that, Dill. And that's why the number is a little low. Yes, the number is low, but it's low for a reason, Dill. Let's just be honest. Give me the over 1,250.5. There's no doubt in my mind Justin Jefferson is arguably the best wide receiver in football. Me, if I had to pick, my three is Jamar Chase, Justin, and CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb might be right there at number 2, but I'm not going to argue with anybody. Justin Jefferson is special, and I think J.J. McCarthy will be a fool not to look at him 15 times a game. So give me Justin Jefferson over 1,250.5. I think he's, depending on the season, I think he's live to go for 15 plus and possibly lead the league in receiving.
I could make an argument CeeDee Lamb wasn't even a top 5 receiver last year. He wasn't. Malik Neighbors had better numbers than him.
Last season was kind of.
But hey, I'm gonna pull a you. We gotta go on last season. Last season he wasn't. I agree with your statement. To backtrack it, I do think CeeDee's a top. I don't know top 3, but he's definitely a top 5 receiver.
All right, so who's your top 3?
I see. We asked Justin, and I agree. Fantasy-wise, I would take Jamar first. I think Justin's better. It doesn't matter. They're 1 or 2.
No, but who's your 3? I got CeeDee Lamb at 3.
I probably would take either CeeDee or Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's one of them.
See, I will go CeeDee, Tyreek. I think I still got it.
Way. Tyreek still?
Cuz.
No, you're living in the past.
I don't know if I'm living that much in the past.
I mean, I think it's a clear argument. Brian Thomas Jr. is better than him.
Than Tyreek?
He had a top 3 receiving year last year.
I'm not denying that, Dill, but come on now. Give Tyreek those quarterbacks. Tyreek's going to put up numbers.
How many? I'm glad you brought that up. And this is the last thing until we go to MLB. How many more years are we going to give Tyreek a slack?
He's got the league in receiving 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago. We're talking about now. He wasn't even top 15 last year. That's a drop off. It don't matter. Malik Neighbors was a top 10 receiver last year, and who was his quarterback?
All right, I'll give you that.
Come on, Malik Neighbors. Jerry Jeudy had a top 10 receiving year last year. Come on. I'm not saying he's better than him, but don't say it's the quarterback. He got arrested. That's a better argument. No cap. I would have taken that argument. Hey, I'm not no Drake London fan, but Drake London had a really good year last year.
Drake London's not even top 5. Stop it. Top 10. Stop it.
Drake London was 4th in the league in receiving last year. I'm not
No, he's
saying that,
good.
but
He's
he had
good,
a
but
great year.
yeah,
I'm
he
going
did.
off last year. I'm pulling to you. Last year, you can make the case.
Case. Yeah. Can't deny it. He did have
But
a great year.
my 3, Jamar, Justin Jefferson. I would go Amon-Ra St. Brown, and then I would go CD. Based on your logic, based on quarterback. Because I trust Jared
No,
Goff
it's
more
not
than
by
Dak.
quarterback. I'm going by the wide receiver himself.
Yeah, I would take Amon-Ra St. Brown, then CD. But he's still a top 5 receiver. I'm just making I think you can make the argument he had a down year last year.
He did, absolutely.
And that's fair. Shit, Brock Bowers almost had more receiving yards than him. That's a tight end. Come on now, Skip. But anything else on the Vikings or no?
That's all, Dill. That's all.
I'm telling you, kid, I'm talking soupy. If they go 10-11 wins, I'm talking soupy. But I'll be the first one to admit, hey, if they fucking suck, I'll be like, dude, I can't call a team right. I'll be the first one to admit. I'll come on here and say it. But we are done with the NFC South, NFC North. We will attack the NFC South on Thursday. That will be the next 2. We have the Buccaneers and the Panthers. So not the most exciting division, I'll tell you that, but we will see how that goes. Okay, let's go to the Diamond. I actually like Tuesday's slate though. I've been having a good week this past week. I only had 1 negative day, and it was on Friday. But outside of that, I had 4 or 5 positive days. So last time I came on here and said that, I had an awful day. But I will let you start. What do you like here for Tuesday's MLB slate?
I'm gonna stick to one play. I think the one play has been working. It's been so far winning percentage throughout these past 2 weeks. Baltimore Orioles take on the Boston Red Sox. You got my boy Walker Buehler on the mound. Give me the Red Sox on the money line -130. Dill. I think we're gonna get right back on track. We lost yesterday. I don't know. I'm not sure if we play tonight, but I like us against the Orioles, and I think right now, I think we got to make that push. She got I think 1.5, 2 games up in the wild card in the 2nd seed. I think we got to start making that push. So give me the Boston Red Sox on the money line.
Yeah, the Brewers might not ever lose a game.
Yeah.
They are so fucking good. It's insane. Yeah, I got a couple plays. I have 4 plays that I like here. I'm going to take the Yankees here on the road. I'm not the biggest Carlos Rodon fan, but he has been a little better. Tampa Bay Rays have been slacking lately, and I'm not a Shane Bias fan. I'm going to fade him. Think it's a fair price, -136. I'll take the Yankees here on the money line. Another team that's been winning me a lot of money. I know they're on the road, but the Pittsburgh Pirates stink. We are going to take Max Scherzer and the Blue Jays -142. A little chalky here, but I think the juice is worth the squeeze. Mitch Keller is terrible, and I think Max Scherzer has been a lot better in the month of August. So we'll take the Blue Jays here, and then I'm going to end it with 2 plus money plays. I'll take the Rangers on the road +104. Merrill Kelly against Seth Lugo. I do like Seth Lugo, but I think this is a really good matchup here for the Rangers. I think they could edge this one out. You're getting plus money as well, so I do like that. So I'll take the Rangers here on the road. And then lastly, we're getting the Brewers at plus money. Yeah, Woodruff is on the mound. I know Matt Boyd has been fantastic. He's been arguably a top, I don't want to say 5. I've been having takes today. Probably top 10, I almost said quarterback, top 10 pitcher this season. But Brandon Woodruff, 2.06 ERA. He's undefeated this season. Going on the road, getting +110 against a team they beat 7-0. The Cubs can't hit offensively right now. I know they're at home, but the Brewers are just a wagon. Give me the Brewers at +110. I think that is extremely mispriced. So I'll take the Brewers. So I got 2 plus monies, and then I got 2 favorites. I evened it out for you guys. But Kid, I know you've been busy with the house, but car update?
No car update, Dill. I'll be honest.
It's a dub.
It's a dub.
It's a dub. Just give it to someone and say, hey, can you finish it? No, just finish it.
Yeah, when I come back from vacation, probably the 2nd week back,
We went from maybe week 0 to probably week 2 in the NFL season.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be honest, it might go to October because because I don't know how these next few weeks are gonna be in the new spot.
Hey, the new house, vacation for 10 days, pockets are light right
exactly.
now.
So, and you want me to finish a full build car?
Hey, you started the project. I'm just asking for
I'm
updates.
90% done. So
okay,
we're good. We're
All
good.
right.
I just like I said, if I really wanted to, though,
yeah.
I could connect the fuel system, the sub harness, and it'll turn on. It just won't have no coolant.
And doesn't it take money to register and insure it as well?
Yeah,
right?
and
Yeah.
I need a tune. It won't run right.
We need 50 hours a week too to be working.
We need a lot. We need
Oh,
not
kid.
a lot, but we need some work.
Yeah. Well, enjoy everything. You won't be on vacation next time, so we'll see you here. Last probably time in the studio. So enjoy. Good luck on the move. Good luck on all your bets, and we will see you guys down the road. Peace.